And me.
Hi, Dan.
Hi. Are we live?
Yeah, we're live.
Okay. I was gonna say it hasn't like turned on for me yet. Oh, says counting down 6 minutes and 13 seconds. Let me refresh. Come on.
Well, it says we have 3 viewers. Hey, how's it going, everyone?
I'm one of them. Oh, there we go.
Got headphones?
Right.
I know. I hate wearing them too.
It's like I wear them all day, and then now I'm just like, Urgh!
Yeah, I know. I hear you, buddy.
There you are.
Mark, how you doing, brother? Dan, giving away licenses, eh? Look at that.
See, with Waves, you can't do that because they charge you. They charge you to transfer your licenses.
Yeah, Arturia is
annoying.
pretty loose, free and loose.
I like that.
I've gotten a few from the Arturia boys, but I think I handed those all over to you.
Yeah, I was gonna say I haven't even like activated them yet.
That's okay, man. That's okay. Jen, what's up?
I wasn't sure like if you sent like the okay to install them because I thought you
yeah.
were like, hey, look at the codes that I got. So I was like, I don't know if you want me to like take them or what, but
No, I got those. Those are good for you. You can take those because we're gonna do
for our
song.
next track,
Yeah,
and we'll just use those to mix, which should be fun.
yeah. I think that will be the challenge for the next one. Then we can use any mic we want. Which
So should we? Side note: should we billboard what's coming later in the stream?
what is coming later? Oh yeah, Zip Fizz, baby, Zip Fizz is coming finally.
Yeah.
1 year, almost to the day, dude.
Yeah. Yeah.
Almost to the day.
Who even like? Because this was basically funded by this is
Liberty
crowdfunded.
Dude.
Like
Liberty Dude basically
and
paid for it
feel
himself.
I feel like Midnight Wolf also contributed.
Yeah, I think there was a spare 20, and then I was like, "Holy crap, it's so expensive!" And then we got the extra. I think it was $80 from Liberty Dude, which fantastic.
Top notch. Yeah. How could we not like? We got to do something to say thank you.
So, in case anyone's wondering, you can see the little microphone in the top left corner or bottom left corner of my screen. Finally got, and I'll pull it into screen here. Finally got the MKH416.
Ooh, listen to that proximity.
I know as you get up close. Wow.
Oh, and he's even got the dead cat on it and everything.
Well, I'm sitting here with it at my desk. I don't feel like plosiving everybody off the stream, right? Well, let's see.
I feel like
Let's see. Oh,
unless you pop right into that. Ooh, listen to that ASMR. Oh yeah.
bring a little bit of the high end back to the. I do find my sibilance does get a nice little cut with the foam
The
nose.
sock with the dead cat on it.
Yeah. Well, the
Foam
dead cat's
nose.
the hairy one, isn't it?
The really hairy one, yeah.
Yeah,
It's,
yeah.
They're used interchangeably, but technically it's the one where you use when you're in a windstorm.
So this one I got technically used. It was part of the rental at what's the name of the place here? The Montreal one.
Studio Economic.
Yeah, Studio Economic. And
Economic.
it came lower at a lower price in the US. So the US is $9.99. I got this $8.99.
Did you talk to anyone over there at Studio Economic?
I talked to a couple guys. I don't remember their names, but
What the hell was his name? There's one guy I always deal with, Marc Andre.
I don't know if it was him. No,
he's
I
like on the
can't
account side.
I can't imagine they have a massive crew over there.
No, it's a big store. I will say, like for a boutique, it's a larger enterprise.
Yeah.
they got a bunch of shit in there that they really don't need to have in there though.
Dan says get one of those Hook Octopop filters for the 416. Yeah, I've been looking at it. Those are the ones that are the main ones that you get if you have a 416. I don't really need it as of yet. I like most of the work I'm going to be doing with this is going to be video. I have a few plans for doing some video coming out in the next little while once I'm out of school again at some point in the near future. I do plan on doing some voiceover with it, but not anytime soon. My studio, and it actually comes out with this microphone. You can hear the problematic reverberations in my studio with this microphone. Very few others really kind of show how not dead my studio is. You put the 416 on though, and you're like, oh, there's some rear reflections.
Yeah,
Oh,
well, that's
goodness.
it, right? Like Like shotguns pick up virtually nothing from, well, some little bit from the sides, a little teeny weeny bit from, but the front is like so sensitive. Like,
yeah, and I mean,
well, that's why they use shotguns and a lot of times to make those, you know, those parabolic microphones, right?
Yep.
That they use like the guns at a distance. That they'll like super concentrate on someone, like, and hear their conversation from like 85 feet away. And it's like, yeah, totally.
Oh, this is a good one. Dimebag asks, did I use my YouTube muscle? Not at all. And I don't like using what you call YouTube muscle with retailers because I mean, some of them will like, oh, okay. But I mean, you don't want to like badger businesses into. However, Sennheiser, I tried getting a hold of. Sennheiser has one of the most confusing dealers, not dealers, but suppliers. Their supplier setup is so wild in Canada. It's basically like random people and their cell phone numbers. So you call Kevin. Kevin in Montreal, he deals with the Gatineau region. And I just, it's been ridiculous. I finally got down to the actual retailer that would have been, or not retailer, but supplier that would have been able to help me out. And he never answered his phone, never got back to me. So whatever, I just paid the money. No point in trying to swing big dick for a single microphone. Aiden gonna start talking about D&D now. No, I will not. I can promise you that. Oh, absolutely. I do have value in and of myself. I also have value in my bank account. And I recognize there's some things, and here's the separator for me when it came to getting this microphone. If I need, a good example would be the UA SD1. The Universal Audio SD1. That's a microphone I really want to feature on this channel. That is not a microphone that I'm ever going to use in anything I do. So it's going to be a microphone that's going to go on my shelf, or it's going to be, you know, loaned out to friends or what have you.
Yeah. Whereas like the 416, that's basically, that could be your daily driver if you wanted it.
I'm going to be using this so much. So the idea of spending money on a MKH416 didn't really make me shy away when I realized that, yeah, okay, this is going to be probably my daily driver for voiceover, daily driver for YouTube. So that I don't mind so much.
Especially for YouTube. I mean, off-camera miking, like, duh.
Oh, God. The one thing I got to say is I despise spending money on stuff that's just going to sit on my shelf.
Oh, yeah. No, and you want to get ROI on it somehow.
It's not even ROI kind of deal. It's almost like it's...
real estate?
Yeah.
like space in your room?
I don't even mind sending stuff back to retailer. If they want to lend me a mic just so I can get the review out and send it back, I'm perfectly fine with that because... there's no richness in having all these microphones. There's nothing you can do with all these mics. Like, absolutely nothing. 416 is worth it in the end. Absolutely.
100%.
It's going to be...
Speaking of stuff to take up space in your room, this might be the weirdest time to ask this question. Would you be interested in, like, a broadcast console? Like a $20,000 broadcast console? Like,
which one? I know the broadcast consoles you have. Which one?
The Ward Beck.
What the hell am I going to put a Ward back?
I don't know.
Is it operational?
Oh yeah, no, it's fully operational. In fact, I tested it. It's been sitting collecting dust. I just have no use for it. So I'm like, I either want to sell it or give it to someone that can actually get some usage out of it because I sure as hell can't.
Wish I could. But another thing, right? Like getting stuff that has no use is getting more and more ridiculous for me. Mark says, I prefer the Rode NTG3. I do like the NTG3. However, when I put them, the NTG3 and the MKH416 side by side, my voice, the MKH416 was made for my voice. It's made for
a lot of people's voices, actually.
The booth junkies, it's so nice. The NTG3 was great too. But I also got this at the same price as the NTG3. The NTG3 here is $9.99. Or no, it's $8.99. I got this for $8.99. So I'm going to get the MKH416.
Is there any processing on you right now?
Not a single bit.
I was going to say, it sounds pretty passable just as it is.
Right. Like I don't
like
have...
If I got that from VO Talent, I'd be like, yeah, sure. Yeah, sounds good.
There's not an itch of EQ. There's not any compression. All this is doing...
That's condensers for you, though.
Well,
a lot of condensers are like that.
This is also 18 inches away from my mouth. The gain is sitting at about 55%, and this is what you get. Yeah, it's not too bad.
Are you powering it through Phantom, or are you powering it with a battery on board?
Phantom. Is there a battery on board on these things?
A lot of them there is, usually a little AA slot, just to power the preamp circuitry, but they also run on Phantom.
Not on this thing, though, what I know. Although there was the rear end of it was loose when I got it, so.
So there's not a part like right near the XLR that like unscrews and you can like pull it back and there's a little space for.
Well, I can pull off the XLR.
Well, not the XLR, but like, okay, hang on, let me grab another shotgun mic.
Yeah.
Demonstrate this.
Oh, it's a little dirty too. How dare I? Smidge of comp would be big. Oh yeah, compression would be awesome on this. I'm bringing the mic a little close to my mouth. Don't mind me, Darren or Dylan.
So like not the XLR, but like this part of the barrel that like unscrews.
No,
and then,
nada.
Interesting.
This is the body of the mic. It's not in.
Well, they usually have the battery as an option because most prosumer cameras don't have any phantom power functionality, so they have that as like a backup. But I guess they're assuming if you're spending $1,400 on a microphone, Canadian of course, that you probably have something nice to plug it into.
Let's. I want to get down to Big Tasty's comment. I've just grazed it, but I know I'm gonna laugh at it. So give me a second. Dimebag says, Wardback, in me is wiggling. Ooh. Yeah. Broadcast school back in the day. I'm actually probably going back to school. That's another thing I wanted to talk about this week. There is no battery on this one. I'm not exactly sure if there's a MKH416 with battery.
Probably not. Usually it's like they don't. It's one or the other.
Big Tasty, pivoting from the MKH to the Yeti Pro, do you think you could make use of the XLR-Ys, or is it unwieldy as the Yeti regular regardless of connection? Pivoting from the MKH to the Yeti. Wow, that's.
I don't think a bigger like juxtaposition has ever been drawn.
So, the Big Tasty, I guess I can just call you Ben because that's less awkward than Big Tasty. I don't necessarily have a problem with the sound of the Yeti Pro. I really don't. I have a problem with the way it was marketed. I have a problem with a lot about what Blue did when they kind of started the market on USB mics. So no, I mean the Yeti Pro is a decent mic. I think they're ungodly large and I think they're ugly as hell. Personally, I don't like Yeti. I don't think for the price of a Yeti Pro, there's a lot better mics you can buy, as far as I'm concerned. There is nothing prosumer about a 416. No, there is not. This is a microphone that you make money with. There's no, you don't buy this to do a podcast. You make money with this microphone, flat out.
It's funny. We often think of it as 3 price tiers. When it comes to audio stuff, there's really 4 price tiers. There's the consumer, which is like Behringer shit. Then there's like the middle, like SM7. What I put in that category, even though there's lots of pros that, including myself, that use an SM7 every day, it's in that $500 to $600 kind of prosumer range, and then anything over $1,000 is the professional, and then beyond that, when you start getting into like the Telefunken U47 for $12,000, you're getting into the
stupid,
boutique, boutique, or
or
like collector,
Dimebag, I want to go back to broadcasting school. If I won a lottery, I would go there again to learn more. I'm actually going to university. I went to I'm attempting to go back. I've got math. I've got to get grade 12 math for the university. It's digital production. No. Media production. And media production and stuff. It's going to be a lot of fun. Most of it is like at one point you have to start a YouTube channel. That's going to be kind of fun. I wonder if I can do it. There's a lot of like storytelling stuff like that. It's kind of an extension of broadcast school, which I think is kind of a good spot for me. Right now I'm teaching the podcast course at Algonquin for the radio broadcast program. So it's kind of a nice step there. I was talking to the lady at admissions and she's like, oh, so what experience do you have? And I kind of walked through and she's like, oh my, oh. And she's like, well, what about this podcasting class you have to take? I'm like, I'm teaching a podcasting class. She's like, never mind. So I'm actually really looking forward to it. We'll see what happens. It's kind of all up in the air right now because it's too early in the year to tell exactly what's going on. Mark, I love this. This wins comment of the year. Sennheiser MKH416. I prefer my NW800. It sounds better and it's cheaper. Oh, Mark, that hurt me. XM8500 SM58 Revelator Dynamic SM58. 110%.
I never realized how long and obnoxious the full model number is for the MKH416.
Yeah, the
P48U3. It's like, why? Like, why?
P48U2 was taken, okay?
Right, yeah. Yeah, it was taken by Bono.
Yeah, I wouldn't, if I had to choose, Darren, between the XM8500, SM58, and Revelator, I'd take the SM58 every day.
See, now it's annoying because we have two Darrens technically. So every time you say Darren, I have to like.
Is your buddy in chat?
I haven't seen him comment yet.
Yeah, I don't see him
But I was
either.
on another page. So in other news, how do you like in Windows 11? I was gonna say I never heard back from you after you installed. So for everyone to know, Microsoft fucked with me. And I inadvertently basically force fed me Windows 11 this week, inadvertently. Basically, I was on the phone with Darren, actually, not Dimebag Darren, but Dab Darren. And I was just clicking through, you know, how sometimes you log in and it's like, oh, new features, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, get out of here. Go away, go away, go away. And then at one point, I guess it must have snuck in a little question. It's like, you want Windows 11? Hey, by the way, we got Windows 11. Did you know about Windows 11? And I was like, okay, skip, get out of here, go away. And then it was like, okay, cool, we're getting it ready for you. And I'm like, no, we're not doing that.
I
so
thought
like,
they force fed it to you. You actually.
Well, inadvertently, because like,
right.
you know, but I've said no, I don't know how many times. It's like, guys, I'm not changing my mind on this. Fuck off. So I scoured the internet for some kind of way to stop the download, and you can't.
No.
You can't. Once you've triggered the installation procedure, even I went into the group policy editor and I said, no updates past Windows 10 21H1, and it still installed it anyway. I'm like, you.
Oh, here's a twist, by the way. Yeah, we'll get back to Windows 11 here. Sneed Mobile Tech. Good day, gentlemen. Peace to the chat. Cheers, Sneed. Dimebag went to the British Columbia Institute of Technology.
Nice.
The KIT, broadcasting radio option. Dan is running Windows on his M1. That's cool. And then Dimebag Darren dropping a load. I know Dabs, too. I think Dimebag knows your buddy.
No, I think he's talking about dabbing. You know, dabbing.
All right.
That thing.
All right.
I mean, it's not impossible that he does. I feel like it would have come up before.
Where is he from? Where's Darren from? Is
Winnipeg.
he Toronto? Oh, Winnipeg.
He's from Winnipeg. He lived in like Clarence Creek, like Ottawa for a bit, and now he's back in Winnipeg.
Oh, he's back in Winnipeg. Poor bastard. I grew up in Thunder Bay, man, which was Little Winnipeg. So
Teabag.
I know, yeah. Windows 11 is so bad I forced my own mother to use Linux. My brother says I'm abusing an elderly woman. Oh, that's mean. Damn, Ben.
Honestly, so my 2 cents on it is everything works for a start. So no applications or drivers have any issues. So that's yay. Pro Tools works fine, contrary. Now, I am running the latest like April variant of Pro Tools, so that probably has something to do with why it's running fine. I hate the start menu.
Yeah.
I hate the start menu with a passion. I hate the new context menu.
Yeah.
Although now, so I have a multifunction mouse, so I've hardwired Shift F10 to my mouse. I've replaced one of the keys with Shift, like the middle, the scroll wheel click, which I never use anyway. I remapped that to Shift F10, so now I can still get the regular one. But
That's amazing.
Other than that, like, I'm getting used to the start menu thing being in the middle. I know you can move it. I moved it back over to the side, but I'm like, look, most people are going to be having it in the middle, so I might as well get used to it being in the middle.
Oh, and I mean, I don't really care where the start menu is.
No, I've actually, like, the taskbar situation, I've actually gotten used to it rather quickly, how it's in the middle now. In the beginning, that was weird. Like, I'd shuttle my mouse over to the side to click the start menu, and I'd be like, where is it? Oh, yeah, it's not over there anymore.
Dimebag Darren was born in Winnipeg.
Oh, maybe he literally does know.
Yeah,
maybe it's the same person.
I spent a lot of time. I've woken up. I remember when I was, I think, 21. I woke up in Winnipeg from Thunder Bay. I was like drinking heavily, and woke up the next morning in 8 hours away in Winnipeg. We somehow got to Winnipeg. I don't know how. We had friends in both cities.
I'm laughing, but on the inside, I'm actually terrified.
Mortified, yeah. Had some good times.
No kidding.
Mark, funny story. The local TV station in my city, they use a BCM 705 as main microphones, but they use it like shotgun mics out of shot. Oh, God.
Ew.
Wow,
ew,
the 70.
ew.
If it was a 104, at least I can kind of get that.
There's no.
Misericordia Hospital, yeah. The Miz, because I mix that up with Edmonton all the time, because the Edmonton has a Miz too. I lived in Edmonton.
Miz?
No, Misericordia.
I know.
I also, because one of those is in Edmonton. One of those is in Edmonton too, eh?
Oh yeah.
We dropped down a bunch of viewers because we're talking about Canada here.
Canadian cities, yeah.
Yeah, so I've put Windows 11 on my laptop. No real problems so far. I was expecting some issues. Now, the big test, and I haven't tried this yet, is whether or not I can broadcast my morning show with Windows 11. If I can do that.
Yeah, because you got some weird programs that you're using that are
Yeah.
like home. You got some homebrew.
Yeah, we have some definite homebrew. That if that homebrew doesn't match up, I'm screwed. So that's why I wanted it on the laptop first. So I can
honestly,
try that.
dude, I'm not gonna, because I have a bunch of VBS scripts that all like fail. Like I logged into Windows 11 like the first time, and it was like error. Like there was like 4 messages in a row. So yeah, you might run into some stuff. I don't know if it applies to everything. It might not apply to like if whatever was written in C++ or something.
Yeah,
but like specifically Visual Basic seems to have some issues.
Oh, this is interesting. Dimebag Darren lived in Edmonton too. That's weird, man. 162 in
lived
Stony Point.
all over the country.
I lived on. I lived at 555 Lessard Drive in Edmonton, which was just behind West Edmonton Mall, in the one of the few streets that actually had a name in Edmonton. It was a beautiful little house. Had 2 fireplaces. It was gorgeous.
Nice. Must be nice.
That was like I was 26. That house was like cheap too back when I was 26. Now it's probably worth a couple million. My PC can't drive Windows 11.
That's not an uncommon problem.
I'm gonna be getting the whatchamacallit for my desktop if I can resolve any
The TPM
broadcast
module?
issues. Yeah, 2.0. I'll be getting that.
It's funny. Even like the motherboard that I bought is like last year edition of it, and it didn't come with TPM installed. It came with the capability, but I had to actually order the chip from ASUS separately. Is it Asus or is it ASUS? Linus always says ASUS, so I just assume it's ASUS.
I've always said Asus.
I had a friend once in high school that was like, actually, it's Usus. I'm like, fuck off. No, it's not. Pretentious asshole. Yeah.
Big taste. My main issue with Windows 11 is the security and privacy compromises. I just can't feel safe with it on my own computer or my mother's. I mean, it depends on how much 10, porn your mom's watching.
And Windows, yeah, right. Windows 10. And the reality is, unlike Google, a lot of that shit you can actually turn off. A lot of you have to actively go and find where the settings are, and there's articles written all over the place on where those live. But I don't think Windows 10 was really Windows 8 was bad, but I kind of skipped the Windows 8 generation. I went from 7 to 10, and Windows 10 had the same issues with Microsoft sort of getting into the data mining business. But again, you could turn all of that off.
I haven't looked any of that up. Stuff I should turn off for Windows 11. So I'm gonna have to go through and.
I don't really care because it's my work computer and I don't do sketchy shit on it. So I really don't care.
This computer's main goal is prepping for my morning show when I have to leave the house, and also doing the live stream. There's nothing else that I do. Yeah, ass oos.
I ass us.
Yeah,
I like that.
That's fantastic. I don't know any of the stuff that I have to do on this computer. Nothing is like mission critical. If I lost this computer tomorrow, I would just buy another one and pick up where I was.
Yeah.
I would just lose a lot of drivers.
Drivers
for a lot of interfaces and microphones. I've gone from Win 7 to Win 11, and I don't feel like I missed a thing. Yeah, Windows 7 was the benchmark. I really fell in love with Windows 10 after a while.
I did too. It took me some time. The only reason I did it was because Windows 7 had gotten mothballed. That was really the only reason. And Windows XP, honestly, if I could have just stayed on Windows XP, I would. Because no issues with Windows XP. It was probably my favorite all-time OS was Windows XP.
Bonus of a shotgun mic, you could actually pick up the tenor of that burp.
Oh yeah, I got that girth. I got that burp girth
right from the chest.
Oh yeah.
Don't drink ginger ale on camera,
eh? At least not that was. MKH.
I miss Windows 7 to a degree, but you think that, and then you've been on Windows 10 for so long. I went back and I looked at a Windows 7 model. Holy crap, does it look so antiquated?
Oh god. I have a like an offline file server that's still running Windows 7, and I go on it from it's mostly self-regulating, like it's all automated. But occasionally I'll go in there to update some stuff. Yeah. And it's like, oh dear God, this is like I'm back in 2005 here. Like what the fuck?
Dan's still running XP non-internet. That is, if you have to run something that's XP only, that's a pain. Do you also have the CRT monitor for that? You have to have a CRT monitor for that.
If you're on XP, yeah.
That background has to have a CRT.
Do you remember when they launched XP and like it had this huge, super detailed, interactive like tour?
Yes.
Remember that?
Oh yeah, and it took you like 45 minutes.
Yeah, I thought that was the coolest thing ever when I was a kid, man. I love that.
Now it would piss you off to no
end. Oh my
end.
God. Yeah, if they did that with Windows, well, they kind of did it with Windows 11, which was good because I'm like, okay, there's a shit in different places.
I didn't get any of that. How did I not get any of that?
Did you update or did you do a clean install?
Update.
Oh, weird. I got it popped up little bubbles. It was only like 8 things, but it was kind of neat.
Yeah, Mark says Windows Vista was better. You know what? Outside of the bullshit with Windows Vista, there was some bullshit. It wasn't. It was pretty clean.
It was basically a test drive of Windows 7. I used it for 2 years. There was a lot of networking issues. So if you were a business, fuck Vista. But for personal use, like browsing and docs,
it was gaming was even fun.
All it was a slightly cleaned up version of Windows XP Media Center Edition. That's all Windows Vista was. You remember that? You remember Media Center Edition? I had that. I had a computer. I had a laptop that had MCE installed on it, and it was actually cool. Again, at the time, it was cool.
At the time, yeah. My mobile DJ system is Win7 forever. Nice. Headless XP, nice. I'm the only one who loved Vista from aesthetic view. From an aesthetic view, it was a massive leap forward.
Oh yeah, because they brought that whole Windows Arrow thing for the first time, where you could like select a color for the transparency and all this shit.
And I didn't mind it from an aesthetic view. I preferred the Windows 7 aesthetic more, but that doesn't mean I hated it for its aesthetic.
I have a question, Aiden. We're talking about computer stuff. How many viewers have we lost?
Oh shit, that's a good point, actually.
I was gonna say we have this like running thing on this channel where anytime we talk about computer shit or get on a tangent.
We got 19. We got 19. There's only one like on the stream, guys. Oh,
all right. I'm gonna
break my heart.
Like, come on. There we go. 3. We got 3. Come on, keep going. Keep it coming. Keep it coming.
We usually lose hand over fist. Like there's usually about 7 or 8 people that just
because we used to talk about, like, I remember when the M1 came out, we talked a lot about Mac stuff for a little bit, for a couple streams, and it was like every time it was like we lost like half the viewership.
It was pretty painful. The worst rebuilds I've done are Vista. Oh, I can't even imagine rebuilding a Vista.
Oh, God,
last time I
want to do that.
Before I started building again in 2017, the last machine I built was an XP machine. And that was when XP first came out. That's how old I am. Good God. Rebuilding on a laptop with a Vista with no internet access and no removable CD, DVD drive access.
Wow. New World Order. I remember the first time I had to do any work on someone's machine that had no CD drive on it. I was like a little bit miffed. I was like, how am I supposed to install all my toys?
Yeah. Dab.
I mean,
Dab is late.
There he is.
Dab, do you know Dimebag Darren? Dimebag Darren says he knows Dab. So we're just
knows Dab, and he's from Winnipeg at one point or another. So,
yeah, Dan says I've got 3 M1 systems. They're running great. I was kind of waiting for the M1 Ultra and all that, but then I realized the M1 Ultra are incredibly overpriced. Not for what they are, but I'm saving up my shekels to try to, because I just
here's shekels.
I've got the MKH416. I don't have the money if I want to buy stuff like the 416. A new M1 Mac is not going to it's not going to be in the stars for a little while. I'll probably get the M2 Mac. My issue with 11 is that it was made with only Intel in mind. Screw AMD. Perfectly good hardware won't work. Interface is even less productive. Privacy and the fact you're forced to be online. I'm AMD. Both of my laptop and my desktop are AMD. My laptop has had no issues with it so far, knock on wood.
Well, here's the thing too. AMD uses the x86 instruction set.
Yeah.
Just like Intel. So yes, the air traffic controller, so to speak. I know there's a technical name for it that Windows and Intel have developed, but the air traffic controller for the CPU. So that has been catered a little bit to play into Intel's 11th generation processors, but or is it 11 or 12th? I get them confused. I think I'm on the 11th and the 12th. But yeah, it should run fine in an AMD for the most.
There's instruction sets that will not make it.
Oh yeah, like nicely. The ARM, like the M1, the ARM instruction set.
Yeah.
No. No. Or any kind of like weird Snapdragon or shit like that runs on ARM.
What about non-AMD video cards when streaming OBS without NVENC? I don't know. I don't touch NVENC. I was
going to say that was mostly gibberish to me. So I'm just going to let you guys hash that out.
Non-AMD cards don't have NVENC encoding.
What is that? What is NVENC?
It's specific. It's GPU encoding. For video.
I'm assuming hardware accelerated, I assume.
Basically, yes. But AMD cards don't have that because AMD cards are focused strictly on gaming, FPS. And NVIDIA cards are specifically for creators and gamers. I have RTX 3060 on my laptop, 3060 Ti on my desktop. I don't even think about NVENC. I just work with it, and it seems to work well.
So AMD's come back to the table, and they're going toe-to-toe with Intel, and they're doing pretty well. Now they just got to sort of maybe at some point, once they get a stable market foothold, maybe shift their focus onto their shitty graphics division.
Their graphics isn't too bad this generation. They're 6900 XT. The problem is it's just as expensive.
And it's also, again, it is application limited.
Well, and that is one of the biggest problems with it. But I mean, you're going head to head with NVIDIA. You've got to get the gamers first. The gamers are the big one, right? They're the ones with the money.
Always.
Dabs in River Heights. Sup, brother? Sorry, I mean non-NVIDIA AMD cards without NVENC. I'm in Vancouver. See, I'm going to... Anyways, but are you a creator? Yes, I'm a creator. Of course I am.
No, but you are a creator.
I play
not are you. He's a you are,
yes,
not are
I am
you.
a creator, yes.
Yeah.
But you are a creator.
It wasn't a question. It was a statement.
All right, too much computers before we lose half the crowd. MKH416, so far, I'm going to say, watch out for the second channel coming probably within the month of August, give or take. Everything's gone on hold over the next couple months because of teaching the podcast course. It's Monday and Tuesdays, 3 hours a day. And on top of that, with my morning show and all that stuff, I just haven't had time to do anything, include record music. So, I can't do anything. So it'll be a slow rollout. I also got to get a background for my second channel, Dylan. What do you think?
A background?
Yeah, I can't run
a cover.
I can't run with the same backdrop that I have for this.
Well, I don't know. Just pick a different angle or something.
I was gonna go sitting on the couch with the lamp beside me.
Something very very casual.
Have it very casual.
I know your layout down there, and you don't have a ton of options.
No.
That's the problem.
Well, the nice thing about doing the couch is I basically turn the camera to one side, and I'm on a completely different backdrop.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
I know there's lots of I've seen different. I mean, I remember back when Linus was in a house, and they did a studio tour before they moved, and you just saw it was not every set was 90-degree angles.
Yep.
That was it. And they would just have a different wall, pick a different wall, set stuff up, and
well, and with this room that I'm in right now, with the set behind me, if I put something up against the wall on the other side, there's a window right above which kills your light. It absolutely destroys your light as backlighting. You might as well silhouette yourself. So I've got two walls. One is kind of jagged, so there's kind of an indent in the wall. So I can't use that as a backdrop. So I've got this side that I can use as a backdrop. But there's also a couch there. So I don't know. I'm going to have to figure something out. We'll just start shooting in the kitchen. Like
Linus.
Yeah. Dan wants to know, I'm going back to school. I'm actually teaching a college course right now, Dan. Podcasting. And then green screen random stuff. Yes, I've been considering doing green screen. Green screen's really gone out of style on YouTube, though.
It's true. And it's also, you have to be very careful too. Like, the cinematography of green screening is underrated. Like, pick scenes that are shot in the same focal depth as the lens you're using to shoot your primary. And like, make sure the lighting is consistent with the scene that you're like, all kinds of things. There's a few channels that do it really, really well.
Yeah.
But most of the channels, any channels that are still doing it, like 90% of them, it just looks horrible.
Well, and even with just like the Linus back to the white backdrop, it never looked 100% great. So you notice even like Linus's channels have gone to full on set, sitting at a desk for short circuit and all that stuff.
Yep.
And that's where, like, it's not hard to change stuff out, but
no. Well, it's easy for Linus, where they've got a literal warehouse full of sets.
Yeah. And I've got literally a 10 by 12 room.
Yeah.
I am sitting.
Is that it? It felt longer than that.
No, it's not that much. Okay, all right. I'll give it 14 or 15 maybe. I actually have to measure. I did measure at one time, but it's not great. It's not a lot of stuff. I wouldn't mind getting a green screen for certain things though. Like I've got a couple funny videos that I've always wanted to do, but I don't have the technical aptitude. It's not in me to do certain things. So, however, like I'm trying to get a flag. I want to get one of those big banners for like a microphone company.
Nice.
Like Shure, something like
or get like a banner, like have a custom one made with like a bunch of microphone companies on it. Like just
I had a specific bit that I wanted to do with one company name on it, and I don't want to tell what the bit is.
I was gonna say I could tell you're being very cagey about the name of the company.
No, it's any company. I'll take any company banner. I don't care. And I've thought about reaching out to some of them, just say, guys, you guys have like a banner you can lend me? It's something that'll just drop down behind me. I've got a bit, and I'm not giving up any of the bit for it, but it's going to be funny. Why not use the artistic acoustic panels?
Artistic acoustic? I don't know what the heck those are. I guess he's just talking about like artistically, like putting like at a 45-degree angles and stuff. I guess like putting up absorption panels in weird ways.
Well, I want to actually GK Acoustics, I think it is. GK Acoustics does those panels. They do. Oh. They're the ones that bring in the sound.
That's weird.
Reconnection successful.
Okay, so I guess we're back. Oh, no, you're still there. Oh, no, I glitched out on the stream.
Are you glitched out? Hold on a second. Hold the crowd. Be right back.
Hold the crowd, if they can even still hear me. Because I'm going through you. Okay. So we're here, folks. Can you hear us? Somebody comment yes if you can hear me. Because he's doing, I don't know what the hell he's doing. He's doing something. Anybody?
Plugged in cable.
Anybody? Oh,
yay,
there we go.
We're both back.
Yeah, we're both back. Thank God. So it's past the halfway point. So you think it's time?
Oh yeah. Do that.
I don't want to forget, because then I'll be like, man, like I remembered for once that we're doing this. Okay, so here we go. It's still closed. You can see that. Still like shrunk wrapped or whatever the hell.
Liberty Dude's going to be so pissed that he missed out on this.
That he misses? Oh, let's just make a short out of it.
Also, don't cut yourself, eh?
Working on it.
You see you stab yourself in the eye. Egg holders are egg holders acoustic treatment. Actually, I have a video that's coming up, so I'm going to be testing egg cartons versus Amazon foam versus the good foam. I can't hear you, man. Are you not talking? Did you mute? Can anyone hear Dylan? All of the audio is gone. Hello? I hear you now.
There. What the fuck was that?
All of the audio. I don't know what's going on today, guys. I had to reboot. Clean Feed.
Oh wow.
Okay, so we're back.
We're back now. Everybody here has us. Yay. Okay. So you keep as you were. So
what was I saying?
I don't even remember.
Oh, egg holders. Yes.
I gotta put this.
I don't know what's going on with the internet on Fridays. My God. So I'm going to be testing the egg cartons versus Amazon versus the good acoustic foam. I just have to figure out how to test it properly so it's a sterile environment. You okay?
That is fruity as fuck. Is there like a flavor to this, or
It's kind of like a grapish, or if I
it's like
recall.
something berry? I can't.
It's watched. Oh my God, we just dropped off of OBS again.
That's weird because I can still hear you. You didn't drop out for a change.
Yeah. Okay, so OBS is in and out, guys. I'm sorry.
In like the worst moment.
Dimebag says, I just watched you bang on an EV mic with your knife. Is that right?
Yeah. That was correct. That was correct.
Yeah,
I didn't
know.
know whether I dropped out or whether you just couldn't hear me or what. So I was like, hello.
No, I heard that. I came back to that. Thank you.
Thump, 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 thump.
Yeah, thump, thump.
All right.
Okay, so Dylan, give her down that stuff and then chase it with some water.
Is this like effervescent? Like, is this like
No, it doesn't burn much. It just like
with a name like Zip Fizz, I assume there's some carbonation that I
it
should expect.
feels like kind of maybe a little bit of burn. It's been a year since I've drank it, and I lived through it, so you'll be fine.
Are ready for this? All
Yeah.
right, I'm gonna try to do the whole
Zip
thing.
Fizz time, guys! Come on, everybody!
All right, let's do. Okay, I was gonna say if we get up to 10 likes, then I'll do it. Okay, we're up to 11, so okay, I have no excuse. All right, here we go.
How is it, buddy? Oh, I'm clipping that. Oh, I'm totally getting a clip of that.
God, that was fucking disgusting. And it's tingly. There is definitely. It doesn't burn, but it's. That's my tongue.
What's his? What's his name from Sound Speeds? Sorry.
Fuck.
Sound Speeds. He would be so disappointed in you, man.
Okay, there's actually more in here.
De Geider. I'm guessing De Geider. That is a German name.
I got some on my fucking keyboard.
Oh,
Gross.
dude, don't do that. Wants to know what's my verdict on small diaphragm microphones. Jan's loving this, by the way. Don't eat more of it. Gross.
I gotta do the whole. I just burped like powder everywhere.
Your teeth are your teeth were covered too.
Gross.
All right.
This is quality entertainment right here, guys.
Dab wants to know what was that and why. Dab.
You tell the story. I'll continue getting through this.
So about a year ago, somebody paid us money, gave us $100 to buy Zip Fizz, and then down a full thing of Zip Fizz and chase it with water live on stream. I did mine. Yes, Dylan's fine. He'll be fine. Midnight Wolf just gave $1.99. Cheers, brother. Thanks for that.
Fuck.
Yeah, so it was, we had to down one of the things of Zip Fizz and then chase it with water, which it's an energy drink basically, so Dylan's going to be vibrating.
Awake now.
You feel awake after
I feel like it's either the fact that I just downed an entire tube of it, or the fact that like I just nearly choked to death on this shit.
One or the other. Yeah.
One or the other, maybe a bit of both.
Nope, not German, just a stupid nickname my friends gave me. It's not stupid, I actually like that nickname. It's cool. Verdict on small diaphragm microphones, they're awesome. They're a tool. It's like
they're a tool, just like me.
Yeah. No, but they're a tool like a small Phillips head screwdriver isn't better than a large Phillips head screwdriver. It's just meant for different things. Love small diaphragm, not the best for voiceover. You do lose a little bit of the
The meat.
Yeah, the meat of a voice on small diaphragm, especially like P120. P120 is nice, but it's not much smaller than a large diaphragm. It's just under the wire, so. That was long awaited, Dan. I love that. OBS broke again. Oh, man, did we chip in? Midnight Wolf says, I chipped in a 99-cent sticker. Thanks, brother.
I see that. There you go. There's Moo.
Yeah. This microphone picks up the dogs through and through, by the way.
It sounds like they're in like the next room.
Well, they're basically right above me. And usually on a normal microphone, but because this thing it's picking up everything from behind me. Yeah. You're going to be up all night now. I expect a late night call, eh, Dylan?
Yeah. Yeah.
I need to figure out what's wrong with this laptop and the internet. because this laptop's had some problems over the past.
I was gonna say we had a whole stream a couple of weeks ago that was just fucked.
It could also be, like this says, I've dropped 700 frames. 2.5% of the stream has been dropped.
Which is weird because, like, you've only, for me anyway, in my headphones, you've only dropped out twice, and the second time was just the audio. So
yeah,
interesting.
Oh, here's a good one. What should I buy? The ATH M40 or the old classic Sony headphones?
You mean the what the hell are those? The MD?
Yeah, MDH. Yeah. Those are great. Those are great headphones.
Hey, thanks, Dan.
Oh, Dan, cheers, brother. Have a beer sometime. Yeah, might need to wash that down.
Yeah, I was gonna say I feel like I need the yin to my yang now. I just.
I need a depressant now.
Yeah, pretty much.
I like the Sony headphones. I don't like. They're really, really light. They're really. I've never mixed with them. I've only used them on the radio. So, will we get a video on setting up the new mic properly? Yeah, 7506. Those are the Sonys.
MD7506.
Setting up a new MKH416. Yeah, I guess so. It's not a hard mic to set up, though.
No,
it's.
I mean, it's kind of designed to be, field ready, right?
Yeah.
So
like point it at your mouth and go, and try not to breathe on it too hard.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, I'm gonna do a video on the MKH416 for sure. What angle I take on it is probably gonna be kind of the difference between, or something along those lines. As for the Sony headphones, I can't necessarily personally recommend them for anything because the only thing I have ever used them for is radio. So I've never really sat there and listened specifically to the frequencies and how good they are. So I can't, but the ATH M40s are fantastic. Yeah, Dab's saying we keep freezing and buffering. All right. I tell you what, we're going to call this one a little bit early, guys. I'm a little frustrated with the computer.
Good, because I'm getting very antsy all of a sudden, and I don't know why.
Dylan's going to go get his stomach pumped. Have you heard of the Unido headphones? My friend has a Pro 15. He loves them. Yes, I have, and I've never used them. So the MDR 7506 are not flat at all, and I've lost count of how many people I've met who mix with them right or wrong. That's interesting.
I would never mix with them. I would use them as talent headphones, basically.
Well, and that's the thing. Like, that's all I've ever used them for. I've never, like, sat down to go, how, we just goof around and hear each other's voices in our headsets. That's all we hear. So, rip Dylan, die.
Or an enema. I'm so confused.
I said you're going to have your stomach pumped.
Oh, okay.
The enemas... the enemas for after for his enjoyment.
Oh,
okay?
My body's going to hate me.
Especially if you get an rip Dylan died of zip fizz.
I keep checking the temperature in here because it feels really warm. And it's only, it's 28 and a half. That's pretty hot.
Yeah.
For our American friends, that is, what is that?
All right, so
that's 83.
Daniel's getting ready to leave. We'll stick around for a few extra minutes. I hate to feel like you guys are watching just a stream that's up and down and not really working.
Well, we're at 48-minute mark. Let's go to the 50-minute mark at least and say that we almost did.
March to 10,000. March to 10,000. We were, as of starting this stream, I think 6 subs away from 10 or 9K.
I was gonna say, it says 899K right now.
We are now 4 subs away from 9K.
Woo!
4 subs. So we'll hit 9,000 subs at some point this evening.
Call your friends. Bribe them if you have to.
The March to 10. I'm actually really as I've been building towards 10. I remember you, and it blew my mind because I'm like, oh yeah, I'm 75% of the way to 10,000 when I had 7,500. Now I'm like, oh wow, I'm about to hit 10K, which isn't. It's not a play button, but at the same time, apparently
it's a hallmark, or it's a milestone.
Apparently, 10K is the line for you to be considered a YouTuber.
Huh.
So apparently, because there's a ton of channels under 10K, but the ones that have hit 10K, that is the exclusive club to be a YouTuber. I don't necessarily believe in that. However, 10K does seem to be awfully pretty to hit.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
I am
get
looking
that double
forward to
digit. double-digit K number.
Sorry.
8.99K. So you got 1,000 to go.
Yep. 9. So 1,000. 1,000 should take me a month and a half, 2 months. So after 10K, your channel will blow up mostly. I've heard that there's a lot of like people that say like when I hit 1,000, there was a noticeable increase on my channel. I hit 1,000 and you could kind of see like it started just inching up more and more and more. Whereas up to 1,000, it was kind of, it had a very ebb and flow. I've been hitting the lead up to 10,000. I've been hitting a heck of an ebb, but it's weird what YouTube's doing with my channel right now. So I'm wondering if at 10K, if it's just kind of like they open a gate and you're good to go. I don't know.
We'll find out. Hopefully.
I'm curious. Like I'm really curious. I'm playing with thumbnails now. I'm actually screwing around. Monday's thumbnail is going to look hilarious.
Hey, you got to change your gear. It says Mike's Rode NT2A. You got to add in the Sennheiser.
Oh, do I have just the NT2A on there still?
It says TZ Audio Products Stellar X2. Those are the only two. The Rode NT2A.
It's been a while since I've updated that.
Are you? So is that Stellar X2? Is that on your out bin? Like, are you planning to get rid of that or selling it?
Yeah, I'm trying.
I'll buy it off you. I'll buy it off you.
All right, $100.
We'll talk about it. Cool.
Sounds
like a plan.
All right. That's what I literally I paid like $220 for it to get it over the border. They were going to give it to me, but then they didn't pay any of the fees to get it over the border.
For fuck's sake.
And then they got mad because I don't think they intended for me to keep it. But since I paid for all the fees to get it over the border, I'm like, I'm not giving it back.
No, fuck you.
I paid $200 and some odd to keep it. So, yeah, sure. Cool. Send it off to you, man.
I'll be back in town in August.
I would just be happy with 1K this year to having the whole view hours already. View hours for me was not the problem. I hit 4,000 view hours probably at about 600 subs. 1,000 was the slow march. That was like, it was 4 to 5 subs a day. So then once I hit 1,000, like I said, it's a benchmark that you had to hit for YouTube to open another door for you.
Yeah.
And I'm wondering if 10K is the same. It'll be fun. I mean, we're only 1,000 away. We're going to find out soon. I'm hoping we find out by August because that would be a lot of fun.
That would be a lot of fun.
I don't have the right expertise when it comes to YouTube success. DeGuider, I'm going to tell you a secret here, man. There is no expertise when it comes to YouTube success.
You find something that works and you keep doing it.
No, to a degree, yes. But content.
And when I say something that works, when I say something that works, I mean I'm talking about niche. I'm talking big picture.
Yes.
Something that works.
Yeah,
Not like don't like do the same video over and over and over again. Obviously.
To be perfectly honest, content is content. Whether you're doing a podcast, whether you're doing a YouTube video, or you're doing a broadcast for a morning show, developing content that people want to listen to or watch is the same across the board. When you develop content, you have to take yourself out of it and realize, and this is the first day of podcast class, by the way. The first thing I ask is, what's the most important thing in a podcast or a YouTube video? And what's the least important thing in a YouTube video or a podcast? The most important thing, which nobody gets right, is the content. The least important thing, which nobody got right, is you. Nobody gives a shit. Nobody cares about you. Learn how to give content that people want to see, and eventually people will catch on. And it's not perfect. Like, I'm not doing a perfect job right now. I don't think I'm doing a job that everyone's like, oh, you're awesome. Yeah, I have success, not a great amount, but
same here.
I will be developing that skill set as I go, as you get better, and you do get better at everything. So being a content creator is just a matter of learning what people want to see, what they want to hear, and forgetting that you need to forget that you're not the star of the show. 110%.
Yeah, you need to lose your sense of self. Now, eventually, if you're lucky, your presence will become an element. Like, for example, Linus has a brand. His idiosyncrasies have become synonymous with, tech success. But initially, at least probably for your first 10 years, no.
But yeah, and that's the thing. Your brand takes forever to build. Trust takes forever to build. Brand takes... And when it comes to this stuff,
I think something else too, and there's some exceptions to this, but like as much as yourself isn't important, what I think will hurt your brand as it's developing is pretending to be something that you're not.
Yeah, you have to be pretty.
And a lot of people do that. A lot of people think that an audience is looking for a particular. Just be authentic, be real, let your weird shit come out. But I mean, don't overplay it necessarily.
Like
but
Super Cardioid Man? Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's and the funny, it's learning that. Anyways, Dimebag wants to know, what interface does the 416 run into? It is going into my Arturia Mini Fuse 2, a $99 interface.
Oh, you're not even going into the audio fuse. Oh.
No, well, I'm hooked up to the laptop. So everything laptop is going through the Mini Fuse. I've yet to get a boutique interface for the laptop because I kind of want to use this for reviews.
Yeah.
If you silently swapped out your current interface for the IO24, do you think anyone would notice? Not a chance. And that's the thing. Like, most people, especially on YouTube, aren't going to notice interface to interface. People keep asking me, oh my God, one of the most annoying questions I get on YouTube is, why don't you compare the interfaces?
Oh my God.
Why don't you do like A/B comparisons between the interfaces?
There's so many variables there. That's not even funny.
You're not going to hear it. Like, especially with a condenser microphone
on YouTube, the compression.
But a condenser microphone with, let's say, 50% gain, you're not.
No,
you're not.
With an SM7, you'll hear some differences.
You'll hear some differences, but then at the same
even
time,
then, it's not going to be, unless you're going from a Behringer to an API. Yeah. You're not going to notice anything.
Like, and that's the thing. Like, if I were to compare this to the IO24, you wouldn't hear any. Like, you would have to be like dialed in with the gain all the way up for you to hear much of a difference. It's a ludicrous concept that you would compare two interfaces side by side on a YouTube video. Mm-hmm. Good night. Hope to see you soon. Okay, about to mildly derail this show. I got home from a special type of doctor. I'm on an experimental treatment for my depression, ketamine infusions. That sounds like fun.
Whoa.
That's Hinter Shrimp.
I was waiting for something, kind of like, the lithium modified or something, ketamine and okay. There's some special K up in here.
Shrimp brother. Have fun with that one, man.
Oh boy.
And that's my point. There's so much of the IO24, the value proposition is met completely.
Back on our regular scheduled programming.
The IO24 I didn't have a problem with, and I believe the value proposition is met completely. I really like the IO24. I did not like the dynamic. The dynamic to me was ridiculous at the same price as the IO24. So y'all look hilarious to me right now. And the shrimp is oh man. Oh, that's awesome, brother.
Man, me and Hinter Shrimp, we got to get together. Me just hopped up on ZipFizz. Him hopped up on ketamine. It's just going to be a good time. It's going to be a really good time.
Jan, good night, brother. Have yourself a good sleep.
Ciao.
Cheers.
I'm not going to be sleeping for a while.
TechMed, cheers, brother. Thank you very much for that. I appreciate that. Bree, Mark, the XLR
microphone.
Wow, they're not known for the clean drive. They never have been.
No, for a camera, you need a preamp. If you're planning on going with, and again, my Nikon D7500, the on-camera mic is actually not too bad as a reference mic, but with a preamp plugged into it, it's fine. It sounds perfect. Again, I sent you footage with the just off camera, and it saves me from syncing, which isn't that big of a deal. But
no, I get it. I'm always gonna have the interface and then sync and post. Always, I'll just have a
even sometimes when you're on location on a film set, they'll have two separate systems. They'll have an actual physical machine for like a MacBook for audio recording, and then they'll have the camera. And then they sync it up after. Like, sync is a regular part of video production, folks.
Scratch, you'll always... And the nice thing about having a scratch mic is, unless you're doing a microphone review, you've always got backup audio.
Backup audio, and also a really easy way to sync.
Yeah, absolutely. Every audio interface, drive it. Midnight Wolf, I can use my gaming headset from like 15 years ago on the headphone jack on sound card on my Windows XP machine, and you wouldn't notice. I think you might notice that one. You both should have done the ZipFizz together. I don't have any more ZipFizz, man. I sent the rest of it to Dylan.
That's okay.
I did half.
I got 3 of the tubes left, so I can give you one.
No, I'm good.
And we can do it together in the same room.
All-night stream ever. My wife would kill me. Daniel's taken off. Cheers, brother. Beresford, but an XLR hot shoe handle.
I was gonna say, we should probably call it. We're at the 59.
Yeah, we're gonna call it here, guys. Cheers. Are you flossing?
I'm gonna have to after what I just fucking did.
Well, you did the dance move there. Anyways. Cheers, guys. It is 6 o'clock. We've made it the hour. This has been a weird stream for some strange reason.
We got ketamine. We got Zip Fizz.
Oh, yeah, buddy. Hit a shrimp, brother. Cheers on the ketamine. Good luck.